We know that throughout his career, Donald Trump has had a lot of people placed under NDAs. They've been gagged in his parlance. The interesting thing about NDAs is that not all of them are perpetual. They usually have an expiration date, and one just expired. And ooh, it's a doozy. This is for Bill Pruitt, an Emmy-nominated producer of the once incredibly popular, for reasons I will never understand, show The Apprentice. He was under an NDA for 20 years, but that's now gone. And so he can reveal what he knows. This is sort of the dark side of when Donald Trump will say NDAs are totally legal and accepted. Oh, he loves them, but they can only buy you so much protection from what you have done. And so now he's spilling the beans. And we need to start off with, I guess, the biggest revelation. There are others, but this is the single biggest. And it has to do with racism. It has to do with the use of a certain word on set. And it comes near the end of the first season of the filming of The Apprentice. So the finalists at that point are Kwame Jackson, a black broker from Goldman Sachs, and Bill Rancic, a white entrepreneur from Chicago who runs his own cigar business. So behind the scenes, they're having this discussion about which one of them should be the winner. And so Carolyn Kepcher, one of the Trump employees there, says, I think Kwame would be a great addition to the organization. Trump apparently winces while his head bobs around in reaction to what he's hearing and clearly resisting. This is what Bill Pruitt writes on Slate. Why didn't he just fire her? Trump asks, referring to Omarosa. It's a reasonable question, given that this is the first time we've ever been in this situation. None of this is something we expected. So Bienstock, another one of the Trump employees, says that's not his job. That's yours. Trump's head continues to bob. I don't think he knew he has the ability to, this is actually the employee. I don't think he knew he had the ability to do that. So Trump is clearly hearing all of this and working through, he doesn't like that they're pushing for Kwame to be chosen. And he's trying to come up with excuses to not pick him. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. But it doesn't work, so he goes to his ultimate issue. He says, yeah, to no one in particular, but I mean, would America buy an N-word winning? Only he didn't say N-word. And Bill Pruitt describes Kepcher's pale skin goes bright red. I turn my gaze towards Trump. He continues to wince. He is serious, and he is adamant about not hiring Jackson. It's just because the guy is black, and Trump is a racist. He has always been a racist. He comes from a family of racists. This is who he is. This is what he is. But I want you to just imagine, like, I can't. There's no acceptable situation for any of this. He has just met these people, these TV producers, a few months ago, and he feels totally comfortable dropping an N-bomb in a conversation as an excuse to deny a business opportunity to someone that even his own employees say did better in the competition. That is wild and brazen, even for old school racist terms, I think. But what do you think, Yas?
Yeah, I remember when all of this was happening, it was down to Bill Rancic or Kwame, and Bill ultimately won. Bill went on to have a very public and successful career. He did a lot of work with Trump after the show. He married Juliana DePandy. I think that was her maiden name from the E! Network, now Juliana Rancic. Bill's life was made from winning that show. I don't know what happened to Kwame, but I hope he's doing really well. And anyway, sure, white privilege isn't a thing, I guess, which even though that's the only reason why Bill won over Kwame. And I remember this was like back in the 90s or maybe early 2000s. That was a conversation even at the time that Kwame probably should have won. But now we know why Kwame did not win. And as he said, the most unforgivable part of all of this, the most unbelievable, even for Trump, is that he was just so just flippant about using a word like that and using that as a reason to deny someone employment. It's the thing that we all kind of know is happening, but there it is said out loud.
100%. Look, I see people in the chat that are saying like, where's the tape? Because apparently it was recorded, but we're never gonna have access to it. And I get the inclination to say that. The idea being, this doesn't matter unless you have the tape of him saying it. And I wanna be real about what I think. I don't think it would matter if they had the tape. Trump fans know that he says the word. Trump fans know that they have said the word. Look, maybe there are some people that if the tape came out would be convinced, but I will remind you all, We had the grab him by a P tape like 9 years ago. We have him on tape saying absolutely horrendous, bloodthirsty, racist, homophobic, misogynistic, transphobic things. And I'm not saying that collectively it hasn't had an effect. A lot of people don't like Trump, and probably because of this stuff. But there is no golden ticket to getting out of the hellscape we live in. Even hearing him say it on tape. Honestly, if he went on stage at a rally and he just started chanting it, I'm not sure his base wouldn't love him more. So look, I would like the tape to come out because I believe that it's real and I believe people should have information. But I don't want the tape to come out because I believe that it would solve all of our problems. I don't have nearly enough faith in America to believe that. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.